So how do you feel about Ultimate? The latest issue of Ultimate for issue 4 of Ultimate wasn't real exciting. I feel like it's a real it full on. I feel like it's a mind fuck. At the same time, it dropped so many hints, and it really led me. I think the way that the writers did this, and the way they chose to not have anything happen in the episode other than them going out to dinner, and the way Gwen and Harry were being, it really makes me wonder. It was weird, but I want to know your feeling. Like, how did you feel reading it overall, from start to finish? We'll break down the little things that happen in between, but overall, how did you feel?
It was definitely a step back from what we've been used to with the first
With
three
action
issues.
Action packed. There's no action.
First three issues, everything's boom, 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 event after event, action packed, great pacing. This one took a step back. We only got really one scene.
They sit at dinner.
There's just
They go out to dinner.
Double
Jane, date. Yeah, a complete double date. Mary Jane and Peter, and you got Harry and Gwen, and they're all sitting down talking. And they said at one point that they bought Stark Industries.
Yeah.
And
so
can you remind me who gave Peter his powers?
Yeah, right. There was a Stark and Osborn merger. Somehow, some way, and then I guess, and then that makes me think, and we were kind of texting back and forth that his suit is Stark tech.
I feel like it all it is. I feel like the Goblin suit, the Spider-Man suit, I feel like it's all Stark tech, and I feel like Harry took it over because I don't feel like Osborn developed that tech yet. And I feel deep down Harry's got alternative motives. And I feel like we're going to end up seeing other people from New York.
That was the big thing with this Osborn company, though, because usually they're not really a tech company. They're a genetic company.
Exactly. And so now with the tech, yeah. So the Goblin suit always was kind of a one-off for Osborn. It always has been, always will be. It's always been genetics, mutation, stuff like that. It's never been tech.
Like Stark with robots and
stuff. Exactly.
Different.
It's science. It's true. It's not mechanical science. It's biological science.
Right.
So is the way to put it.
So yeah, we have the dinner date, and it was kind of weird. How did that happen? Gwen and Harry. Okay, kind of that's different. And I kind of had this thought. They kind of come off as kind of snobbish. They're like those. The stereotypical snob rich people. Snob techie type people.
Because I don't think we've heard. I feel like Harry runs Osborn. I feel like Harry runs Osborn Corp. I don't think his dad's in the picture in this. I don't know if you can jog my memory, but I feel like his dad was never brought up in the conversations that they had at dinner. Correct?
No, I don't recall.
So then Harry's probably the CEO. Harry is probably the CEO. So yeah, no, they got money, and it seems to be the way that they spoke about stuff and how they were. They were very passionate, go-getter type stuff, but there's underlying tones of ulterior motives. There are ulterior motives in what they're wanting to do.
Yeah.
And how they're wanting to do it. Gwen knows about Peter. Mary Jane doesn't know about anything at all.
So that was the big takeaway.
That's the awkward part.
That was the big thing with this issue, is that Harry tells Gwen everything.
And Peter
hasn't told a single person
anything.
And Peter brings up, and this is where my big theory goes into what's going to happen, with this whole story with Harry. Because Peter tells Harry that, well, he doesn't want anybody to know his identity because wouldn't that harm his family?
Mm-hmm.
And Harry
what exactly did Harry
didn't
say?
think of that.
Nope.
It seemed.
Reckless like a villain. Mm-hmm. Power hungry.
Yeah.
Harry, like I said before, will be the villain. I'm telling you now, it's just like every other time before.
He will blame.
It's just a different spin.
He's going to blame Peter for the eventual death of his wife, because it seems like the heroes not having powers in this universe, as soon as they get them, it seems like the natural course of events start to happen.
Someone's going to die. There's going to be some. It's going to be that same story arc for Peter
Yes,
Parker,
just
but just
at a
told in a
different
different
time.
variant. It's going to
Yeah,
be a different
different
variant, different
time of
story. Yeah, exactly.
a time of life of Peter that we've never seen before, but he happens to get the powers now in his life, and those natural course of events that happen in every Spider-Man beginning,
Universe,
it's
multiverse,
gonna happen. It's gonna play out in
Harry.
some way, shape, or form. And I feel like Gwen is going to die. Harry is going to become the villain. Blame Peter. Makes
But
sense, right?
yes,
Maybe
and here's the thing: Harry's got the upper hand right now because Peter's so green at this, and
yes,
we saw that in the prior issue. And it really makes it, and at that point, it really sets the scene for Peter to have a foe who is more mentally adapt to being able to be that villain and having the upper hand on him.
yeah,
It just
yeah.
just like Doc Ock, everybody's always had the upper hand on Peter if you think about it, and that's just one way for them to show that. And I thought that was cool for the writers to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't the it wasn't my favorite issue of our recent pull. It was a little
No,
no
this
action.
ranks
It
4
was
for me.
slow. It was very set up, just like another that we read.
That we're gonna get into as well. Exactly. That kind of it sets a story arc for that
Yeah,
character.
it's
Just
not.
kind of like this is going to kind of set the story arc for all 4, 5, because then Peter also mentioned to Harry about his daughter knowing, which was a very telling sign for me because I said one of his children I feel like is going to be the one to die. I don't think it's going to be MJ.
Man,
I don't think it's going to
I could
be his
see
son.
that.
It's going to be his
What
daughter.
it all
I
depends
hate to
on.
say that. I hate to say that. It drives me
Oh,
nuts.
will they do that though? Will they
Harry
really?
knows. Harry knows that she knows.
Yeah.
Will we see them together with him in the spider suit, and Harry maybe abduct her and have her know what's going on, or is he going to kill the boy
Yeah.
who doesn't know?
And you are
He's
right.
going for the kids. He's going for the kids.
You are right. There is some sort of ulterior motive going on with him because that conversation between Gwen and Mary Jane in the bathroom, how they just want to give them money.
Yeah.
No, not real, not any real explanation. You just take a bunch of money for your company, for your business or whatever.
Yeah, and do an expose.
We just need to get rid of this money. What?
Yeah, I know. That tells me, like, with them buying Stark, that makes me feel like it wasn't Tony Stark that came and delivered that holographic message and the suit and the spider to Peter. I feel like that was Harry.
Maybe.
I really do. And who else did Harry do that to in the city, hero wise? Maybe Fantastic Four. We got Daredevil. Really... There's a lot of New York based, so we might be able to see because this new Ultimate Universe. We don't know exactly how it happened.
Seen. I mean,
I haven't read any of the. Have you read any of the other issues of the Ultimate Universe?
No, so I guess there's an Ultimate Black Panther. Okay, that makes sense. From what I hear, I haven't read it, but from what I hear, it's pretty conventional. Black Panther, nothing crazy. There's
the so it wasn't being introduced like it wasn't like, hey, here's this flower, take it, T'Challa. Right. It wasn't like that.
I guess it was. It just wasn't.
Was it Tony Stark?
I don't think so.
Then who?
It was just more of a natural. He's Black Panther. I guess I'm not.
Which is weird because usually writers will, there will be one like GM of this new Ultimate Universe who wants to kind of tie in these different storylines, and it's kind of like this tree. But then you have like the producers, and you have the writers, and you have the drawers. So I would think in this Ultimate Universe they would kind of set up that same storyline in the first episode, that connective tissue for each person. So makes me wonder exactly what's going on. Same universe,
because there's also the new Ultimate X-Men line, I guess, but. It seems interesting, but I don't think it's really our style of a read. I'm not sure. I guess it's
what X-Men are in it though? Do you know?
None really so far. It's New Mutants, and they're like kids.
That's not my style. That's not my style.
You know what I mean? Good. It's a different direction. Maybe it'll be cool to get into someday, but as of right now, I don't think it's my style.
There's no Logan, so there's no Logan.
It's a very
Cyclops.
slow burn.
I'm good. I don't want to read that. I'm good. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I like my old stuff.
And then I guess there is Ultimate Avengers, maybe, or Ultimates. I don't know. But right now, the main one of the Ultimate Universe, just like the old Ultimate Universe, is Spider-Man.
It has to be. It always will be. Yeah. That goes back to the early 2000s, even the 20-teens with the cartoon stuff like that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's always been a front runner for the one for Marvel. So
what it is. It revolves around him.
and that's what makes me
He's
wonder
got the best
how.
story.
And that's what makes me wonder if the Tony Stark, if he is like that centerpiece in this Ultimate Universe, and if Harry was the one that sent all that stuff
Tony
off
Stark's
into his
an
world.
AI, and he's the Tony Stark,
That's what I'm saying.
but evil, maybe? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We might get with Stark Tech, get an evil, true Stark Tech.
Supposedly, issue 6 is the end of the first story arc of Ultimate Spider-Man. So,
Issue 6, so we got 2 left.
yeah, and that's the first official story arc.
Someone's dying. 2 issues, 5 or 6. Maybe 6 with a
A lot
cliffhanger.
happening. There's a lot going on. So
6 with a cliffhanger. And so that leads us into the next one.
What is it? Get Fury?
Yep, Get Fury. The most boring one out of them all, but yet sets a story arc for the Punisher that is unbeknownst to anybody.
That's the thing. Okay, so these are just like Ultimate Get Fury. They're very slower, much slower issues. They're not bad. They're just not.
It's setting the scene.
They're just
for
not
what's
the
to
best
come.
of what we
read. Yeah, no, it wasn't action packed.
It.
It was more of a set in the scene type of thing. So, which leads me to believe that the next issue of this or maybe Ultimate's going to be really action packed, and it might be our top issue of the week
Ultimate
or of the
Spider-Man,
month that we read. Yeah. It's going to have to be.
I think it's going to be.
So that's going to happen. But it leads me to wonder, because I feel like with Get Fury, this was so slow burning in the beginning that it's going to get action packed maybe in the third, because we're going to have a climactic issue with the 2 to where it's going to kind of set up who the villain is and who has really taken Fury, and the Punisher's going to be out there. It's going to be graphic. It's going to be gory.
The time period's cool. They're in Vietnam.
Oh, dude.
So Fury gets captured by the Viet Cong, right? Something like that.
In the Viet Cong, he is deep in the jungle.
Yeah, and then Frank Castle, the Punisher, gets hired, is what it seems like, to go and find him.
They're setting up, trying to get him to basically do it, saying you're one of the best that has America has to offer, and all stuff. And he's got this arrogant attitude, and the entire time basically just trying to push them to be like, what am I here for? Let's get to the point. And they want to either kill Fury, right? Because the point is, he is so deep in the Viet Cong.
He has so much intelligence.
They have so much intelligence that they cannot pull him, because he's so deep in the Viet Cong. They cannot pull him out. It is a kill Fury. And it seems like Frank Castle is completely against that. It feels like Frank Castle's like, no, I want to be able to bring him back.
Yeah. Which
leads me to believe it's going to be a gory hell of an issue in this, what's a 4-issue run?
It's going to be 3 or 4, I think. Yeah.
The next 2 would have to be action packed. The next 2,
this is definitely a build up to something amazing, because at the very end is the only graphic moment in the entire issue, I think, if I'm recalling.
Dude gets his face cut off, and Fury's trying to tell him, like, dude, shut up. He's going to kill that guy. It is what it is. Dude speaking out of pocket, just talking completely crazy.
Yeah.
Guy comes through with a machete and just cuts his face clean. You see his skull. So graphic, so amazing. I hate to say that. It was amazing.
I don't know what the guy thought was going to happen. You're like surrounded, and
deep in the jungle, and dude's killing the other guy, and you're like, just let him kill him and try to stay alive, because they don't want you. Just like Fury said, they want me.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up if you want to stay alive.
Exactly.
Dude didn't shut up, got killed, and the other guy got killed. So now it's only Fury.
And I guess they can't take a chance on Fury. If he gets tortured enough, will he say something? Will he give them intelligence? They can't take that chance.
You got to remember that this is the written comic Fury. This isn't the, I'm going to go hide in space Fury that we have in the MCU.
No.
I don't think this Fury would talk.
This is badass Fury.
I think, I think we're going to get a real tall tale of how badass Fury really can be, since it's only a 4-issue run. It's going to just kind of build up to how much of a badass he is. And I feel like there's going to be a torture scene. He ain't going to be talking, and that's when the Punisher is going to bust through. That's my prediction.
One thing about this comic we know for sure is because this Max line of Marvel hasn't been around in, I guess, some time now. Yeah. It's been some years. And this is their comeback with it. That Max line is no holds barred. It's going to be graphic.
Oh, dude, that's what I like best about those comics is the graphicness, the adult storytelling. I mean, it really sets the scene and it makes your mind wander. That's the best aspect of it. So that's
There's a
the
realism
adult in
to
me.
it.
That's the adult in me is setting the story arc like Spider-Man. That's why I liked it, because you're setting a story arc, everything, but then you get those graphic comics. It's that nice break of monotony, and then it just kind of goes back and forth, being able to read them and do that.
Which I wasn't too mad that it didn't come with the digital.
Pisses me off. They go with the digital, and you know what's funny? The other comic we got, I got the digital code, and I never downloaded it. Didn't care. I cracked open the comic. I read it. Was not happy about it.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into that one, I think, very last. I think. The next one we got?
I don't remember. What is the next one we're talking about?
Ooh. Spectacular Spider-Man.
So I like this one actually better than Ultimate Spider-Man this time because it was fun. These issues have been fun. They're definitely ripping off the video game. I feel like they're definitely
in an aspect, yes.
But it's been fun. I have one issue with both of those last issues I'll get to in a minute, but it's been a fun issue. We've seen Vermin. Vermin's back.
But not only do we have
we were just talking about that.
We have a Vermin where there's 6 or 7 of them. And we've got a mutated Miles Morales that is a clone.
This is
what
wild.
Is going on?
It's out there. It's wild. It's fun.
What is going on? We have to go back to learn about Vermin's speech issues and how far he's come.
This is just
back on, Miles Morales issue 300.
It's different. It's crazy. It's wild. It's fun. It's a page turner because it's just that out there.
It's crazy.
It does nothing really makes any sense.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, what's with the clone Miles and
But not only that, what's going on?
Clones of Vermin.
What's going on with that chick and that dude?
Oh yeah. It's just random. What's going on with that? Why are you showing
this
us
guy?
this?
I don't know him. I feel like he's a guy from. I feel like he's a villain from the Miles Morales universe that we don't know about personally.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Or a new villain that they're trying to introduce, but he's trying to seduce us.
I don't know what's going on. Another thing that's just wild and out there that I have no idea what the hell it's about is these 2 lesbian women.
Don't know why they're around. Don't know. There's
what
no
is
tie.
this?
Why are they there? Why have they been interjected into 2 different issues?
Why am I looking at this? This doesn't make any sense.
They gotta be holding and kissing each other every time.
Like,
why?
What is going? Come on, like,
do better.
It's only 1 page though. It's like they just put that in there. Just 1 page of this lesbian romance. Turn and we're back in the action. Like, what the hell?
There's no
like what the hell
point. There's no point.
It doesn't make any damn sense.
I feel like it's going to be a superhero later on down the road that saves the day completely in Spectacular Spider-Man, and it's going to ruin because I feel like this has been your number one. I feel like this has been one of your favorite outside of our Spider-Man issues that we've been reading. I feel like this has been like your number 1 issue to read so far.
It has. It's fun.
It's serious, and I feel like it's going to let you down.
I feel like that too. I feel like that too. Like this time, Ultimate Spider-Man kind of let us down in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's very slow. And this
let us down 2 weeks in a row. It's had 2 random lesbian scenes.
It just doesn't make any difference. But it's like 1 page in between 2 other pages of action. It doesn't make any sense.
It's interjected. That's what I'm saying. This is what leads me to believe. I think that the black chick. I feel like the black chick in this is going to have some heroic moment. And it's going to completely take away from the 2 Spider-Man.
They're not even aren't they in some other country too? Or
what if this is somebody from Miles' universe, and if it's a love interest of his, and then he gets crushed because she's a lesbian and she's been hiding it from him? Just saying, who knows right now? Because reading these fucking 2 issues, we don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Other than the random lesbian page that's in between these comics. It's pretty great.
It's action packed.
It's action packed. It's fun. There's good dynamic between the 2 Spider-Man.
Yes, they got the banter back and forth. I like it, but
it's cool.
I feel like there's going to be a moment.
It doesn't make any damn sense.
I'm calling my shot. I'm calling the game winner. It's going to completely let you down.
Look, let's just be honest. It's stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
Love
damn
who you want
sense.
to love, do what you want to do in your own life. But why are we interjecting this in books that are meant to be for kids?
It doesn't make any
Randomly.
sense.
If this was like
Like
Mary
what?
Jane in Ultimate being in love with Gwen, then whatever. Fuck it.
It's just stupid. It doesn't fit. It's
Doesn't
just
fit. We don't
random
know
as
anything.
hell. It's just random. Other than that,
The entire Captain Marvel movie is random as hell. Just like that.
yeah. The
Sorry.
entire Miss Marvel show, or She-Hulk. Actually, She-Hulk's better. That's just random as hell.
Which before we get into the next comic, I have to ask: have you watched Madame Web yet?
No, but it's coming to. I think it's on Netflix right now.
It is, and dude, I watched it and I fell asleep to it.
You watched it? No way.
I watched it while when my daughter went to sleep. I watched it and I fell asleep.
I'll take one for the team.
Terrible.
I'll watch it.
Terrible.
I'll take.
Have fun. Have fun.
Look, I went into
absolutely terrible.
I went into the Marvels with a super low expectation, and I feel like I liked it better than the first one, but it still was like, why am I watching this?
Makes no sense.
It wasn't really that good, except for the last scene. With the beast.
Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. That lets us know that
it's pretty cool.
Mutants are coming.
Yeah, but other than that, trash. And then
Madame Web is just as bad. Be prepared, if not worse. Seeing at least Beast was cool because Disney can do that.
I'm 100%.
Sony's hands are tied.
100% expecting that it's gonna be just as bad as She-Hulk. I'm fully expecting it. Worse than She-Hulk?
Worse. The girls don't even have their powers yet. It's just Madame Web trying to fucking protect them. From what I remember, they ain't got their powers yet. So it's Madame Web versus this dude. So I fell asleep for a good portion of the movie.
So wait, is there really a jungle Spider-Man though?
Oh, dude, it's a tribal people. It's a tribe. It's a tribe of these people in this spider that they try to find in like this Amazonian jungle.
Dude,
it is mythical and it can regenerate and do all this stuff. And so like Madame Web's mom is the scientist trying to find the spider, and she hired this bounty, like this security guy to watch after her. And then she finds the spider, and the guy wants to kill her, and he shoots her in her belly, like right here. She's bleeding out, and then the jungle Spider-Man, this tribe of Spider-Men come out of nowhere, take her in this cave, let her get bit by the spider, like somewhere up here, like it crawls on her, bites her, and then she's like, ah! And then the baby's born, and the guy, like the leader of the tribal Spider-Man, Spider, she's gonna be okay, and when she has questions, she'll come find us. And then like it cuts to her being an ambulance driver, like an EMT, when she's like 30 years old. Weird, but apparently she goes back somewhere sometime, and the guy that killed her mom is like the bad guy, is the bad guy in the movie. And these three girls, like he keeps having this reoccurring dream of Silk and the other two, the black Spider-Man girl or whatever, the Spider Woman, and some of it just, they don't even got their powers yet, and he's trying to kill them so that way they can't kill him. So it's Madame Web protecting these teenagers. One of them literally is an adolescent woman that when she's driving with her sirens on in the ambulance, the chick is skateboarding across New York and like flips her off, and like it's weird. So when you see Silk in them for like a split second and you don't see him afterwards.
So they're never actually
they're never actually have their powers, dude. Never. It's Madame Web is the only one that has them.
So it's false advertisement. All those
clips of like Silk coming down like this.
It was all a dream.
It's in the opening scene and it's done. Don't watch it. Trash. I give that entire movie
a
1.8 out of 2.
I don't mind the character of Madame Web because the whole cartoon. But it's like, why make it? Can't make her a supporting character. Put her in a Spider-Man movie. I don't mind.
With Griffin and stuff like that, have him questioning. Have Griffin, have Andrew, have that Spider-Man going up against Tom Hardy's Venom and that Sinister Six, and have that Sinister Six going up against Garfield, and have Madame Web kind of have like this little cutscene where she like comes to him and lets him know what to do, and that like lets it know that there's a multiverse, just like in everything, but just have it be some nonchalant, weird one-off, and then run with it.
Yeah,
that's it. You don't need to have a movie for her. It was dumb. There's nothing for Madame Web.
Marvel does need to kind of go back to these just kind of one-off fun movies. Again,
Yes, you don't need to build a trilogy every time.
every time. How many years does that take?
But at the shitty time though with comics, it's hard to do that because you got to set a story arc.
That's true.
And sometimes some of these movies with if you were to be so say a director, producer, or anything got signed on for a trilogy movie, I think that's a perfect thing. So say Daredevil. They wanted to do a standalone Daredevil trilogy, have it set up to where he gets his powers, and you have that story arc develop over 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's perfect. I think that's
That's
great.
But if you want to do like a side movie with him appearing in it,
Have a quick one off and don't make it have to coincide with other movies.
But
you don't have to have everything coincide together. That's the thing about it. It can be a one off and have it mean nothing. Just be a cool, easier, cool.
Yeah. Well, if you think about
sense?
it, that's kind of how the MCU first started. What happened?
And it makes me look back to where like those cutscenes to where Fury was coming and talking to Tony Stark and everybody. And you go to some of those cutscenes, kind of did lead into what they're doing. But I feel like that can't be replicated again.
It can't.
It can't and it won't.
It's
I feel like what they did with Phase 2, Phase 1,
now.
Phase 2, and Phase 3 with the MCU, I've come to a point to where it just can't be replicated again. They could either follow that exact same format, which they refuse to do, and then you could start off with Fantastic Four, and you can introduce new characters and run 3 phases with a group of 5 of different, and kind of run how you did Phases 1 through 3 with Tony and everybody, and do that, but they won't. They're trying to keep that storyline all together, and you're not going to be able to do it. Create a new storyline. It's done. It's over with. Loki saved it. Cut it off at Loki and create a new storyline.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
That might
tying it all together.
That might be kind of what we get with Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's what I'm hoping for. I hope it's mutants time. I hope we get standalone mutant movies, and I hope it completely resets everything. We don't see Loki, Thor. I wish to God we didn't see any of the people that we've seen the first 4 or 5 phases. Just cut them off. It's done. It's over with. Start over fresh.
Give us new ones.
That's me, but make it mutant. You guys just barely bought Fox.
We need Iron Man back. We need their Captain America back.
They fucked it.
We need the original characters.
They botched all of that. They botched it. There's no way to save that.
We need that.
That's why I say it's done. It's over with.
Because
we're gonna get Secret Wars without War Machine dressed up in fucking Iron Man. Think about it.
These test screenings for the new Captain America movie are terrible.
It's downhill from here. They killed off.
Terrible, I guess.
So no, you got to think about it. So they're talking about Tom Hardy's Spider-Man dying in the 4th installment of the MCU Spider-Man, and then having Venom attached to him, and then have him go to Secret Wars. Why? He doesn't get Venom until Secret. He didn't get the symbiote suit until Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So why are you going to make it weird? Why do you make it its own story? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Unless
that's what irritates me is they killed off people way too soon. Why kill anybody? In all of these comics, we've had so many different iterations of Iron Man, Spider-Man, all these people.
Whatever happens in Spider-Man 4, because that rumor is that he's gonna
die and Venom's gonna attach.
Which is like, it sounds like a rip-off of the game, because that's what the game did. Peter died, Craven stabbed him, and then the suit went to him, and that's a complete rip-off. Are they gonna do something like that? That's kind of lame. We've seen that. Why are you gonna just give us the same story over and over and over again? No, it has to be something unique. It has to be something. How about going back to the source material? I mean, because the last time we've seen in the last Spider-Man movie, the symbiote is there in the MCU. Maybe just have him at the end of Spider-Man 4.
Or get close to him and get sucked up in a machine that's on this leftover world.
Because maybe the end of Spider-Man 4 leads to him getting recruited to go to Battle World.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, in Battle World,
the symbiote comes with him.
Yeah, when they all got their suits repaired and all that stuff on Battle World, and the Spider-Man went in by himself, nobody was around to help him. He presses the wrong button on the wrong machine. Have that be Venom.
Maybe it was just following him the whole time.
Exactly. And have it cut to he finally got to him.
Yeah.
Then Spider-Man 4 begins there.
Boom. Yeah.
Or 5. Spider-Man 5 begins there.
Sure.
And then you only need to have Tom have this black suit for 1 or 2 movies, and that's it. And then you can start off with Venom in the MCU.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Am I wrong?
I like the idea that they have of having the black suit on him for more than one movie.
That's why I say 2, keep it at that, keep it max.
I like that idea. I really do, because that was the comics. He had it on him for a while.
A long time.
It wasn't until he was, I don't know, starting to notice changes or whatever.
And his aggression and attitude and stuff like that.
And he had to seek out Reed Richards, because Reed Richards wanted to test it and,
takes it off of him. Helps him, correct?
Yeah, he does. But he wanted to experiment on it right after Secret Wars. So I guess they're setting up that story, which is cool. That is cool. That is,
But the Fantastic Four that we're getting in the MCU when's it based? In the 60s?
Yeah.
So that's not going to be the same Reed Richards that we get with. They're botching it. They're messing up storylines. If they're trying to have it all coincide together, they're completely messing it up.
Somehow the 60s Fantastic Four, something with the incursion that's going to happen during Secret Wars, I'm thinking probably their world gets meshed with the MCU. And then he becomes the Reed Richard of the current day MCU. That's what I'm thinking, but
terrible casting. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that too. I'm not really down with the casting. I think I like Pedro Pascal as an actor,
but not a Reed Richards.
Yeah, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it.
I'm
fine with the other actors, I guess.
Not bad, but you should have had John. You teased him.
Krasinski, yeah.
Yeah, you teased him in that movie.
And he was pretty good.
Dude,
he looked like Reed fucking Richards.
He spoke perfectly. He's a well-educated young man. He looks like him. He fits the mold of Reed Richards. Yeah. Why the hell you would not cast him to go over a long span of movies in your timeline? You're fucking crazy. He's young enough. He's at that perfect age.
Exactly.
As a person, because you got to think, when you're casting for movies and you're casting your net and you're wanting to have a 4-run movie with this actor, you're trying to sign him to a contract, not only are you looking at their skills, but your makeup and stuff can only do so much.
Yeah.
An actor has to kind of fit the mold. He fits the mold 100%. I will stand by that. I'm one of those people that I almost want to forfeit and not even watch Fantastic Four in theaters.
Man.
Unless it has John in it.
Man.
That's a hard stance to stand behind, but that's me.
I probably won't watch it in theaters. I'll probably wait for it to go on Disney Plus in like 3 months.
I probably will too, just because I'm not that interested. I'm not. The female Silver Surfer.
Like, I'm sure it'll be a good movie. I'm sure it'll be all right, but Fantastic Four movies haven't had a great track record.
No, well, I feel like they came out and said something like this isn't going to be like the true Fantastic Four because they have the female variant of Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like this is just a quick little money grab, just like the other Fantastic Four movies, and it's going to fail miserably.
I don't know what's going to happen because Galactus is going to be in it, I guess, and then Doctor Doom, and there's just too much going on, or I don't know what the hell they're doing.
You got to introduce Doctor Doom in the first, and you got to introduce Galactus in the second. If you're going to have like a 3-run...
Doctor Doom has to be a part of Secret Wars because he's a big part of Secret Wars in the freaking comic.
He's the one that goes with Galactus the entire time. He's the one he's the power hungry one. He's the one that screws it all up.
So maybe it's the Fantastic Four's universe, wherever they come from. Maybe they're the ones that initiate Battle World. I don't know, but it doesn't make any damn sense, man. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know either, but I will tell you what. The one comic that I had the most fun reading was definitely Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to say that was my favorite, hands down. I know when you and I kind of text back and forth a little bit, you were kind of up in arms on what Spectacular, and I think it was this one or another one. How did your rankings go?
It was this one and Spectacular that were like 1 and 2.
It made no sense at the end having him being
it just got
huge.
Wild.
It got wild. It got crazy quick.
What the hell? What happened? What happened to Deadpool? Wait, this is Deadpool the 4th or whatever?
Yeah,
like
they're hunting him. There's so much going on. Honestly, I feel like I have a bias deep down in me that the only movie I'm looking forward to is the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
So when I
100%.
read this, I feel like that bias kind of came out of me a little bit while I was reading it. And which, shame on you, Marvel. You pissed me off. The past week, I waited for a digital download code. You guys screwed me over. I sat there and waited over a week, sent 3 emails, and I got it a week later. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So this is the cracked open issue.
Yeah.
Bastards. They're trying their best. It was free comic week or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll give them some slack.
Even like, even me. I cracked it open, and then literally the next day I got the code.
I got the code 3 days later. I was just like, I've already cracked it.
Yeah.
Not even worth my time anymore. It was a memorable issue that I don't need to reread again.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
Yeah, it was a wild issue. It was fun. It was arguably more fun than Spectacular, for sure.
Who's the one that hired Deadpool?
Dude, what is going on?
Who's the one that hired Deadpool? Deadpool only goes when he's hired somewhere. You got to think about it. So
with the mouth.
That's what I'm saying. So who is the one wanting him to hunt down Logan?
Yeah. Why are they fighting each other?
That's what I want to know. Because so at the end of the episode, when he gets all huge and stuff like that, with basically like Pym particles, that isn't the person that's after Logan. Who's after Wolverine? That's what I think. That's what the most exciting aspect.
It's just wild. It doesn't make any sense. What is going on?
There's so much action in every page turn. I was like, are we ever going to get after like who's behind all of this?
Yeah,
still don't know.
See,
how's my mind running?
I kind of felt like after reading, because I read this after Get Fury, and after seeing how graphic that was, I felt like we were kind of robbed of how, man, this one probably should have been a little bit more graphic. This one could have been. Yeah. It was good for what it was, but it didn't have that.
I think it's gonna get there because if you look at the issue I got, you literally see
the
Deadpool's arm.
I know the cover is like
cut off.
Yeah, the cover is graphic, so it doesn't make sense that the interior art's not as graphic as the cover. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's gonna be. Give it time. I feel like it's gonna be one of those because this is another 4-issue run that they're doing a special of.
And for the movie, clearly,
before the movie, and they're taking kudos. Golf clap for Marvel for bringing out a quick run.
The timing of it, perfect timing.
You guys are smart about it.
I think the next issue or the third issue, we're getting the variants for the covers are like the movie posters or something.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even seen that
to promote the movie.
When we order it, I want the half Deadpool, half Wolverine.
That one's cool.
That's the coolest logo.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, that's the coolest logo there.
Yeah.
When they put that movie poster out, I was like, yes.
What about the one where it's the Wolverine claws and he's like touching the claw? Like he's holding his hand or whatever.
He's like grabbing his finger on the claw.
Yeah.
Like trying to hold his hand. You know, that one's great. No, I got a quick question. You and I I've never even asked you this yet. Have you seen the videos of Deadpool's like best friend that works at the bar help? As an actor in real life is like spreading all of this hatred about Deadpool because he's not in the third installment. So you get the guy who played, he looks like he's the one that played Napoleon Dynamite, okay?
Oh, really?
Yes, that guy.
That guy?
Yes, the guy who's like, you bet against me, you asshole. You're supposed to be my best friend. That guy has been online saying Ryan Reynolds, he had some good movies with Waiting and all these other, rom-coms, this and that.
Yeah.
But Deadpool's really what set up, which we all know, Deadpool isn't what set Ryan off.
No.
It was his good looks. He's been a charmer in Hollywood for a long time.
My wife would say his rom-coms, yeah.
Yes, but he's been a charmer in Hollywood for a long time.
For sure.
So this other actor saying, oh yeah, he's got this big head and this and that. And, when you do a third installment of a film, it's a money grab because he wasn't invited to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. So it's not even the third. So technically, it's not even the third installment of Deadpool.
It's not, yeah.
Because Disney has already said, because they have the running feud with Ryan, that they want to have a Deadpool 3. This is supposed to be a one-off movie to help introduce mutants and do all that shit. But this guy is mad that he's not in it, and he's going on podcasts. And he's have you seen it?
No, I haven't. This has to be
research.
Just a good promotion, good publicity.
Dude's out there talking hateful. Ryan this, Ryan that.
Really?
Yes, you have to go watch it. It's a money grab,
that's awesome.
And when you do this and you do that, and Ryan's head got bigger after the first one was so big, and so when we shot the second one, Ryan's head was so much bigger.
It's Napoleon Dynamite.
He's the guy that looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
He looks like that.
You gotta think he's the barkeep, the one that always stands behind the bar. He's the guy with the curly blonde hair.
Maybe I can't
Hold
freaking
on.
remember.
No. I'm gonna put a picture, and then when you edit this, you can put a picture up. This fucking weirdo.
That's funny.
Because I feel like in the movies, I feel like the Indian taxi driver took over. It's T.J. Miller, Weasel. Here you go. This SOB.
Oh, that
you
guy.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay, that guy.
That guy is the one that's spreading all this hateful rhetoric about Ryan Reynolds. You have 4 or 5 scenes of movie, dude. Yeah, you are a side piece in Deadpool, just like the blind black woman, just like the Indian cab driver.
It's like
you're the barkeep. When he's there, you're there, and so
the movie ain't about you.
It never was.
Never was.
He's not on your guys'
You're a background character, dude.
So he's talking shit. I highly encourage, after we get done shooting our podcast, to watch those videos. Okay. It's going to make you laugh. Dude. Because when I sat there and I listened to him, I'm like, dude, you've been a background player this entire time. You're funny. Like,
that's crazy.
You'd be funny to be.
Good publicity, though. Thanks for promoting the movie.
Huge, dude. I think some idiots now. Podcasts are huge nowadays. Think about it. Back in the day, to get interviewed and do little things, you had to make it onto TV. You had to have ABC, NBC, all these companies. Now, with the internet, you can have podcasts. You and I are sitting here having a conversational piece, kind of interviewing one another, doing whatever. So anybody, and these actors don't realize that even if you're bashing another actor, right before the movie comes out, you're helping promote that movie.
You really are.
Are you that dumb? Because everything on my algorithm has been nothing but Deadpool, Marvel stuff. And so every time something Deadpool comes up, that has like 2 or 3 videos right behind it of that guy talking shit. Like, you're just adding more Deadpool videos to people's algorithms. You gotta be dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
If that's really how you feel, just shut the fuck up and just sit back. If you don't want to support the movie, don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
Even though this has to be probably a big movie for Marvel, since it's
the most anticipated.
It's their only movie this year, Marvel Studios MCU movie this year. So as far as we know, still,
I'm willing to bet that this is the most anticipated movie since Endgame.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I'm willing to stand behind that. I think Endgame.
I think so.
I feel like everything behind it, and everyone's waiting for a great fucking movie, and this audience that Deadpool brings, and everybody from the MCU chomping at the bits to finally get a good movie. It's all going to funnel in, and I feel like Deadpool, he calls it in the trailer, I'm going to be the MCU Jesus, the Messiah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I feel like he is about to save it.
He's
giving it a chance. He's giving it a chance. It really goes from what they do after this.
It's a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, because it's not just like good movie-wise, but like financially.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And see, that's what I'm saying. He's going to help save it and give them more funding.
Wink, wink, you know.
They haven't had the funding for anything.
And that's what I think is also fueling that background.
With him and Kevin Feige going at it, and now
Disney
Bob Iger stepping in which...
There's that feud right there going on.
I want to talk to you, Disney, just real quick. Hold on. If you do not put Wolverines, World War I, World War II, those graphic scenes of him in war, chopping people's heads off, that Ryan shot, that he's fantasized about doing...
Have to.
I will boycott every bit of Disney. Put it in the movie.
You have to put it in.
Sorry.
Especially...
I had to do that.
Well, no, because especially Ryan Reynolds, I guess, is putting his foot down and
he won't be in Deadpool 3, so Disney, you're going to screw everything up. Just put it in. Let it happen.
He's done if they don't allow him to fulfill his vision for this movie.
That's what I'm saying. And so Bob Iger came in and said, no, this is way past rated R. Get over it. It's rated R. Everybody knows what they're getting into.
They're saying that it's on the level, maybe even more, of the beginning scene of Saving Private Ryan.
Which is awesome.
Exactly. That sounds
What child's into Deadpool? Outside of my son. Outside of my 12-year-old son, what child is into Deadpool?
It's rated R for a reason. Look, I wouldn't be so mad if they were to say, okay, maybe the theatrical version is rated R, but hey, later, when you could buy it on Blu-ray, here's the director's cut. And added 15 minutes of what you want. You know?
Yes, if you offer it, then
But they're saying not even that. So
here's
I could
Ryan's cut. Here's
Ryan's cut. You don't
and
even
theatrical cut.
Exactly.
I think that's how they could save it with Ryan. Hey,
Yeah.
we'll get instead of director's cut, we're gonna name it the Ryan's cut.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it exactly how you want it.
Yeah.
And so your true fans
Yeah.
will buy that, and we're going to give you
Dude,
a bigger portion on sales of the DVDs,
they have
Blu-ray.
to. They have
if
to
they
at
did
least,
that,
if they did that, that'll
then
probably
they
be
kind of
enough.
meet in the middle. They
Exactly.
meet in the middle.
That'll probably be enough for him to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll stick around.
Yes, exactly.
At least allow me to at least fulfill my vision in some way, shape, or form.
Because Ryan knows deep down that his true fans will go out, even after going and watching the theatrical version, will go buy the hard copy, whether it be Blu-ray, whatever, digital download, whatever it may be. They'll get the Ryan.
See, here's the thing I don't freaking get about Disney, though. It's like all this, like, stuff that, conspiracy stuff, quote unquote, that everybody knows what's going on with Disney and they're freaking open about, and they're so scared to touch
The Star Wars director. Oh, and there's a little bit of gore, a little bit of blood.
Oh, no, we don't want any blood. We don't want to show.
We want to show two women
It's like,
kissing.
oh, come on! It's like you are so hypocritical bastards.
Exactly.
Come on. It just doesn't even make any damn sense.
I'll flip them off. I'll flip off the camera. Thank you, Disney.
It doesn't even make any damn
pisses me
sense. It's backwards think. It's like you're so busy on sexualizing people that it's like you're so weird about, oh, it can't be graphic though. It's
And
like,
think
come
about
on.
They put all of Daredevil, Netflix. That's a very graphic
Oh yeah,
show.
and Punisher.
Punisher, exactly. They put all that on Disney Plus. So you're gonna tell me that you won't
which
let
is
Ryan?
which is a thumbs up.
This is Bob trying to please ABC. This is Bob trying to please ABC is what it is, because all that back and all that back and forth spew with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds not going on the View and doing all that. Now this is Bob trying to come in and kind of calm the storm.
Yeah.
And I guarantee people at ABC are like, no, you need to make them be punished. So don't do what Ryan wants.
It's like
punish him in some backwards type of way.
They're so worried about their brand, and it's like you're behind the scenes doing whatever to little children. It's like, dude, you're a bastard. It's like, you don't even put Disney logo on it. Just Marvel Studios.
Yeah, you don't have to put it on Disney Plus. Just collect the revenue from fucking the purchase from the Blu-ray, the purchase from the theatrical release.
If you're so timid about it, just put it under the new Marvel Spotlight.
There you go. You ain't gotta have
Marvel
Disney.
Spotlight premiere movie or whatever.
You gotta have
like,
Disney anywhere.
Promote it in whatever way you want. Just give us the damn movie.
That's all I want. I want Ryan's cut though. I think that's what I'm. If they were to give us a Ryan's cut, that's what I would go watch the theatrical version, because we've already got planned out. We got a dedicated day that we're gonna go do it.
Yeah,
I would still go watch that.
but
sure. I wouldn't go back and watch it a second or a third time.
No.
I would wait until I could purchase Ryan's edit and be able to see all the graphic and watch the adult cut.
We're for sure gonna have to probably pre-order the tickets when they go up.
May 20th, right? May 20th, I think. It's a Monday. I think they go on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're going to have to.
We'll have to.
One of us is going to have to purchase. One of us is going to have to transfer money back and forth, so that way you can purchase 3 in a row.
I'll put
I
it.
think that Real Theater where they have those recliners, if we can get 3 recliners in a row with you and Dallas, I think that'd be perfect.
If they're putting up pre-orders, then for sure.
Oh, yeah, if the Real Theater, you have to.
For sure.
I feel like they will. I feel like that.
I hope so.
That theater where you're located at, they have the newer movies.
Yeah. I think they'll.
It's not like your traditional Real Theater where it's 90 days,
cool.
whatever, until they get that movie. So
yeah, we'll have to.
Oh, you're great. Do you know what I'm excited for? The fucking Disneyland green sauce enchilada pasta.
Oh yeah,
I gotta make that tonight,
dude. All right, well we better hurry up. We got one more. Do we have?
No,
one more
that's
time?
it. That was all 4, bro. That was it.
All right. So what was?
All right,
I already know your pick. Your pick was Deadpool.
Okay, so let me give you my. I'll give you my top 4. 1, Deadpool. 2 is gonna be Ultimate, just because it's really setting up for a hell of a story arc. The writers really led and let the readers kind of digest what was said and kind of wander off. They didn't. They put out basically a lot of open questions, if you will, for the reader to ask. And so imagination wise, it makes me. I put it at 2. It makes me think a bunch. Get Fury, same reason. I'm excited for the series, just being a 4-issue run. 5, that fucking lesbian scene, dude. I'm sorry. Spectacular. Sorry, 4.
Doesn't make any
4,
sense.
not 5. 4 goes Spectacular. It's not for me.
I don't blame you because that's the one scene that it's like it doesn't make any damn sense.
And it really turned me off for reading the rest of it.
I'm trying.
The Merman's
The
cool.
only reason why I have Spectacular, actually, and I was leading up to this, since last night and thinking about it, I actually have it as my number 2.
I was gonna say it's gonna be your number 1. Ooh, okay, 2.
Number 1 is actually Deadpool for me as well because I had a lot more fun with it than Spectacular. If I'm just being honest with myself, I had more fun. It was a better page turner, even though at the end it's freaking so wild. I have no idea what's going on. I'm ready for number 2.
That's what I'm saying.
It's probably one of my most anticipated outside of Ultimate Spider-Man. That's my number 3. But for Spectacular, I'm trying. The reason why it's my number 2 is because I'm doing my utmost best is to ignore that center page of the issue that makes no damn sense.
I can't.
So I'm ignoring it. It's not part of the story.
You're a better man than me.
So everything outside of that, it belongs in number 2. It belongs in number 2.
It does. But outside of that,
If you were to just blank out that page and give it to me, number 2 all day.
it would
Maybe
have been
even
number
number
2.
1.
No, it would have been number 2 for me, if not number 1, if it was not put in the first issue and the second issue.
It just doesn't make any damn sense.
That's so I know
It's
I know
actually
my
pissing me off.
my issue ranking,
Makes sense.
which I get it. My issue ranking, it should only go by issue. But dude, you done that 2 issues in a row.
I feel that.
That's the only reason why it's 2 issues in a row. All right, so number 3 was Ultimate, you said?
Number 3 was Ultimate.
Okay.
Even though it was slow, the story's there. The storytelling.
there.
The storytelling saves it. Yeah. The storytelling saves it. There's a lot going on. The dynamic between the 2 couples, how different they are. They even kind of talk about it afterwards. You know, what did Mary Jane say? Would you want to go out with them again? Probably not, or whatever. If I remember that correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, they're definitely different. You know, they're working class and they're multi-billionaires,
billionaires,
up to some shady shit. We think,
yes.
Which I think Mary Jane's feeling that too.
Peter is kind of on the cusp.
There's a lot going on. It's a build-up issue, dude, for sure.
Build-up issue,
but it's building up to something that's going to be great. I think. It's going to be great. Unfortunately, number 4, it doesn't mean it's bad. I liked it. Get Fury. I like the issue. If I wasn't ignoring the center page of Spectacular, I think these 2 would be switching places, or at least Get Fury would be number 3.
Yes.
It's a slow burn, but it's again a build-up issue. It's a build-up issue to something spectacular that's about to happen. Can't wait for issue 2. I'm hoping issue 3 of Spectacular does not have a center page in it. If it does, then we
might be done with it.
Look,
I might be done with it.
First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. I can't allow a third time. So
it's gonna happen. Calling it out, and I just want to throw this out there. This was your pick.
This one might be one that we end up taking off the pull list if it doesn't get. I don't know.
Correct. If it doesn't get back on pace, was not showing this stupid shit.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's such a fun comic, but there's not really any build-up going on.
No, it's just all action.
The only build-up that we see is between these 2
Spider-Man.
Well,
I'm sorry, but the only build-up you kind of see is between the banter, kind of back and forth, picking stuff out with each other.
But story-wise, the only real things that we get are these 2 random couples. The lesbian couple and whatever's going on with
the coffee store owner couples. The college coffee store.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this buildup is for. It actually doesn't sound like an interesting buildup at all. So this might be one that goes in the trash on the pull list eventually. We'll see. But
I want to say 3 issues. I'm willing to buy another 3 issues if you are. And then I
finish a full arc. If we don't like it,
if we don't like it, then we don't continue with it. Are you okay with that? I think cool we started it. I'm not a quitter. I would rather
if we give it a full chance. I'm fine with that. If I'll
give it a full chance. I'll give it a full chance.
Yeah.
I'll try to tone down my hatred of those full-on page spreads of 2 people.
It doesn't make any damn sense. That's all.
It doesn't. I'll try to ignore that, but I'll finish the story arc. We'll go with it.
Deadpool and Punisher at least are both, quick, short events that are happening.
Yes.
3 or 4 issues. I'm fine with that. We're gonna finish that off. No problem. We'll have our full thoughts on it when all that goes down.
We're kicking off TMNT as well.
Yep.
Green, white, and black.
Next time we sit down, we'll be talking about, I think, the first 2 issues probably.
Yeah, probably first 2, because we already got first issue. I haven't had a chance to read it. Full disclosure, I haven't had a chance to read it. David has. So
it was all right. That's all I'll say for now.
Yeah, I'll go through. I'll read it. I think we're talking about possibly doing the last Ronin. I think if we were to do that, I think we wait until Deadpool and then we'll find Fury is done and over with. Yeah, I think then we do Ronin. Yeah, I think that'd be the proper way. We can't just build off a full episode of just Spider-Man.
I think it's only like
other ones.
I think it's only like 8 issues or something.
Oh, which isn't bad.
And which we'll review it once we read all of it or whatever.
Exactly. I say we read it all and then
maybe more like a
dedicated. Yeah.
That'll be cool.